One of the biggest things I run into in my practice is people come in and they have an idea, or sometimes they don't have an idea of what they'd like, but there's always a thread that runs through everything. There's always something blocking them from either knowing what they want or being able to actually reach it. See, it's a very, very simple formula. If I'm trying for something greater, everything unlike that has to surface at some level, emotionally, physically, intellectually, spiritually, emotionally. It has to surface in some way. Well, what I'd like to talk to you about today is what is blocking your consciousness. What blocks you from getting what you want? And that can have a whole range of the way that you think, the very thoughts that you have, your history as an example. So say if you're brought up in a childhood where it's like, you work hard, you do the 9 to 5, you put in 12 hours a day, and then you're successful. That's going to limit your thinking if you think in terms of, wow, I don't have to trade dollars for hours as an example. Or I don't have to work really hard and burn out. I can have opportunities come to me rather than fight for them. So that we set up limits in our brain all the time. If it's in relationship as an example, we factually know in psychology and counseling that our parents and how we are brought up has a dramatic effect on what we do in relationships and who we attract. That's all part of what's going to block you from moving into that higher level connection at some level. What's the rut that we need to get out of? See, we're all in a rut, whether we know it or not. We're in this, and not rut in a negative way, but like this. We can't see out of it because we have walls. We can't see this way, and it kind of moves around, so we really can't see what's in front of us. And that's what winds up happening. So things like diet, emotions, the shape that we're in as an example. So if I'm full of toxins and I'm eating a lot of junk food and I'm consuming a lot of alcohol as an example, and physically I'm out of shape, my body, my very brain processes are going to be subdued. They're going to be flat. I'm going to have foggy brain. I'm going to have other stuff going on that's going to limit the information coming in or me being able to access it or actually go out and grab it. My way of thinking is huge. Our society, for the most part, is trained to think in the box. Scientific thinking. If I can see it, I can believe it. We're not taught to think that if we believe it, we'll then see it first. It's an important piece. My name's Patrick Hercus, and I've been doing this for 20 years, almost 20 years now, and I've got over 20,000 client hours of helping people through this. And this is what I would really like you to get, is that your consciousness, it is more than possible to shift it so that you can have what you want. And in a minute, I'm going to talk about an amazing offer that I've got coming up. But the big premise here is what I would like you to do is to expand your view. It's what I want to do with you is expand your view and stretch you to your full potential. In other words, connecting your consciousness, bumping it up, connecting your consciousness to the results that you want. Now, I've got an amazing offer that's coming up, and I'll send it out to you later, but it's going to help you not only identify what it is that you want to do, but the biggest piece here is when we don't know what we don't know. And I'm never going to say that after a beer for sure. But when I don't know what I don't know, I'm going to keep hitting a brick wall. I'm going to keep getting headaches. I'm going to be stuck, for lack of a better phrase. But when I understand what's blocking me, when I understand what's stopping me, when I can see it clearly and have a laid out roadmap to be able to have that happen, that then equals success. That's the biggest single piece in coaching and counseling, is to not only help a person out of their blocks and to move through, but to have a very tactical, factual plan that is going to ground your consciousness into results. And that's what I'd like to talk to you about next week. I'm really excited about it. I'll talk to you later.